choice. Rethink.
Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Rethink. Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Your life.
Rethink.
Your choice.
Rethink. Rethink.
Your life. Your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Your life.
Your choice.
Rethink. Rethink. Rethink.
Your life. Your choice. Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership.
Welcome and thanks for being with us today. My name is Lisa Brown with reTHINK, Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership, a project out of the Winnebago County Health Department. And I'm pleased to be here today with Peggy West from the Oshkosh Area School District. Thanks, Peggy, for being with us. We know that you are the food service coordinator and along with your staff responsible for thousands of our youths what goes in their stomachs daily. So what is that responsibility like, and tell us a little bit about which schools you serve.
Okay. Thank you for inviting me here today, by the way. We actually serve 4,800 lunches a day, plus 1,000 breakfasts every day. We're shipping those meals to 15 elementary, 5 middle schools, 2 high schools. We have 3 daycares, and we actually have 3 private schools on top of all of that. So it takes 3 trucks and 77 people to get everything where it needs to go on on a daily basis.
What a production.
It is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
So we've seen a lot start in the news and, of course, with public health addressing youth obesity. And tell us what type of efforts you're taking. How are you handling all that?
Well, interestingly, we've been working on childhood obesity since the early 80s. But just recently, President Obama signed into law the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act. He did that in December of 2010. And that is basically generating a lot of changes in what we do. Over the next several years, we're going to be adding fruits and vegetables, more of them. We're going to be requiring children to actually take them. We've actually added the water offering to the children. We will be looking at sodium content of meals as well.
Okay. So you will actually offer water during the lunch period?
Yep, we actually have water available to children. Sometimes we send them to the drinking fountain, and other times we have pitchers of water set out for children to take.
And typically, what kind of response do you get when you're adding in maybe a special fruit or an entree that's a little bit healthier than what they're used to? How do you implement that for the kids?
Well, it's a challenge because children will select something they're comfortable with and used to. And one of the things we've been working on for years is getting children to eat more of the brown rice.
Okay.
But it does seem like every time we offer something that has brown rice on it, they choose not to participate. But my high school kids are very good with that. They like a lot of variety, and they will select those things. So we hope it's sort of a trickle-down effect, that if my older brother's eating it, it must be good.
Awesome. And so tell us a little bit more about some changes to the national school lunches. I know that you mentioned President Obama's. How does that relate to the resources that are pushed out to the community?
Well, the My Plate is just one of the resources, and this is basically taking over where the food guide pyramid left off. It's not entirely different, but it does focus more on portion control, and I think that's what we're seeing more in the school lunch program as well. We're going to see a greater emphasis on the vegetable component, just like it is on My Plate.
Okay. And when you mentioned portion control, I wondered, for my own kids, when they come home and tell me, oh, I went back and I got 2 milks, and the old milk roster is going down, I'm like, who's drinking, 3 milks? Well, can they come back and request more food, or is it just what they're offered, or how does that work?
It's fairly limited. Actually, a second milk would be charged to the family's account for 30 cents. So it's really up to the parent. If the parent wants the child to have the second milk, you really have to give them permission to do that. We do offer seconds. In other words, we'll serve all the children, and then we will offer seconds in some schools. But the seconds are really only limited to any fruits or vegetables and breads or grains that we might have available. Things like the entrees and a second milk, that would be basically not available to most children.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. Tell us a little bit about the vending machines. We'll see them in the communities, and I've heard some kind of controversies about it. A student should have a choice to get what they want if a parent gives them money. What stance do you take with the vending machines?
Well, we actually have very limited vending in the district. In the elementary schools, there is a vending machine. It is a beverage vending machine, but it's only available to the teachers. In the middle schools, there are a number of vending machines available, but the only ones that are on during the school day are those that have 100% juice and water in it, and those are available to students. When you get to the high schools, we actually have some food vendors in the high schools, and we have the soda machines as well. All of those have to be off during the school or during the lunch hour, but can be back on after that fact, after the lunch hour. And what is in those vending machines during the school day is very limited. The Alliance for a Healthier Generation, back in I think it was 2006, President Clinton spearheaded a whole array of guidance regarding what students in secondary education can be offered in terms of beverages. And I do believe that in the future with the Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act, the products that are actually in those food vending machines are going to have to meet the same standards that we have to meet.
Okay. So it's interesting, some of the changes that are coming about and who's enforcing the policies. You mentioned a little bit about staff, and can they benefit from the food program, or if they choose to, can they eat there as well, or are you just focusing on just the kids with some of those healthy eating options?
Actually, the staff can purchase meals across the district. Our teaching staff, our custodial staff, our clerical staff, everybody can really purchase meals. And they really are basically what the children are offered, only in a slightly larger portion.
Okay.
Not a lot, but a slightly larger portion. And they do pay more for it. The meals that we provide for the children are all federally reimbursed and to a degree state reimbursed as well. So therefore, we can charge less money to the children for the children's meals than we can for any of the adult meals.
Wow. So I just know as a parent, when I've come in and had lunch with my child, you guys do an awesome job. I mean, a phenomenal job. One time they got like a cinnamon apple. It was warmed up, and I thought, I just can't believe, 20 years ago when I was in high school, what's on the plate at the school lunches. I imagine you probably get a lot of parent feedback, and how does that go for you?
We do get parent feedback. We have made a lot of changes over the years just to make sure the food is not only healthier, but it's also safer for children to eat.
Oh, okay.
We take some heat over the amount of processed foods that we offer in the school lunch program, and providing pizzas or offering pizzas is something that I really can't make from scratch, because there's no way we can do 4,800 pizzas and then get out a quality product. But providing some of those products have actually made it safer for children. The meals are safer. We don't have to worry about things being undercooked, and that's an important fact.
Yeah, I could see that being kind of a hard road to walk. You have some processed foods and trying to keep it so that you can get the quantity out that you need and keep it warm. And I think that you do an awesome job, and there's always room kind of to see how things go and move it along, and I know that you've had some changes. Tell us real briefly, and we have just about a minute here, tell us about the changes in sweets and how that has impacted your menu.
Boy, we really don't offer a whole lot of sweets anymore. Years ago, we used to make sure there was some kind of a treat on every single menu. And now I think at the elementary level, if the children are offered 3 cookies in a school year, that's what they get. For the most part, we encourage children to take as the so-called dessert fruit, whatever that happens to be. We are offering a whole lot more fresh apple slices and orange slices and grape. This is Wisconsin, so we don't have a whole variety of fruits and vegetables there. But we just basically cut back entirely on the sweets.
Right. Well, that leaves us to having healthy meals at school, and hopefully parents are to follow at home too. So we're going to look next at a video where a group of professionals and staff came in to the Oshkosh School District kitchen at West, and we were lucky enough for you to show us around and get a really neat tour. So we've captured that, and we're going to go to that next. But thank you for being at the helm here and helping our kids eat healthy. Thanks very much.
Thank you.